know.
I feel like Scar gonna turn this into Rainbow.
Man, I was really looking forward to playing it too. I got some, some shits I'm trying to work out.
Look at my shirt,
I'm trying to see if I can do better on there.
Oh, I love you too. Come here.
This is just in honor of Aisha Curry, that's all.
Come here, girl. Let me give you the attention Aisha looking for. Come
You
here,
so
girl.
sick.
Let me give you all that attention.
You so silly. Why Scar running?
The attention Aisha looking for. I don't even know what side I want to be on. I don't want to be over there.
What?
Cowboy, man.
You said easy?
Look, don't do my girl easy.
She got that cowboy hat on.
Oh, that was from her event.
Still come back over here.
I remember she made that video like, bitch, I'm a cow. Move.
That shit was hilarious, bro.
That was her?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was her, man. She had me saying that shit, man. I kept watching that video. I was telling, I'm like, I'm a cow. Move, killing niggas. You're like, bro, shit.
Oh. So, okay, so topic until,
Who's Big Bucks?
Waves or
okay,
curls?
so topic until,
Oh, excuse me, pardon me.
Who's Big Bucks? Waves or curls? Oh, okay. We see you with the gun on the table. I mean, I don't think we gonna need all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we gonna get violent or nothing. I might steal a roll of money off your table, but shit, you know I did it. Let me stop. Okay, fine. I ain't gonna do it. Damn, then you put the gun next to me. That's some bullshit,
I just got my money back right too, man. Just got my money back.
Can I have $1? I just need $1.
This girl said $1.
I just want to get 2 bags of them 50-cent chips. That's all.
I'm asleep.
You're gonna need 4 bags of them. Yeah,
shit, at least they fill them motherfuckers up. They fill the little 50-cent bag ones up.
Oh, they do?
I'm sorry, y'all,
Well,
I'm back.
Oh, no, you good.
Take a couple of puffs for this hot topic, because this hot topic is hot.
Yo, that was low-key a tongue twister. That was low-key
It was. You heard me say, hot topic?
I was gonna let you be great, man. I was letting you be great. I'm just saying.
Who is Big Bucks? Is they gonna talk or is they just gonna sit here?
Let me see who's in here. No, but for real, we've been talking about this shit all day.
It's not even necessarily just about her. It's just like in general.
It's just basically,
yeah. Because I'm pretty sure she's not the only one feeling that way or thinking that way. She's just someone who said it out loud.
We just want you to come to the table.
Yeah, but see, at the same time, that should have still been addressed with her husband.
Exactly, way before that came on the show.
You know what I'm
Imagine
saying?
how his
Because
reaction was.
Exactly. How you think
They
this
probably
man's
like clowning him like, damn, you don't make your girl feel special. Y'all been together for how long and you got her feeling like this? When it's really not him. It's all her. It's all about her insecurities.
I'm gonna go get a screen.
Oh yeah, you're right. Hold on, let me change my clothes. I gotta look cute for this hot topic.
Girl, I'm naked. Fuck all that.
Oh Lord.
Actually, I'm gonna just change it to a saved outfit. Let's see. Where my phone at? We gotta let people join this hot topic. Alright, let me make a couple of posts.
That's what I'm talking about. Get the people in here. Get the congregation into the service.
Alright, sis, we see you.
Just don't get Demi in the service.
Yeah, no Demi. Lord, no Demi. Please, no Demi. Lord Jesus.
No, don't bring that dude in here. Don't bring that dude in here. I'm not getting along with that nigga.
He would not.
Damn it, easy.
Boy. I could just see him saying something funny now on the stream. Hold on, cause I gotta do some. Go to the channel, your video that you live on, and go to share. Later. We having a lot of bloopers in these here streams. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm already streaming goods. A hot mess. Look at 'em. Not a hot mess. You know, I don't care what come out my mouth.
We waiting on Izzy to get in here, man.
She.
Oh, there she go.
I was gonna say, I think she changed.
Alright, but let me sit back now.
This man gotta sit down 40 times, bro.
Cause I keep sending Izzy invites.
Next to me. Like I'ma really rob you. Nigga, I ain't trying to rob you. I was playing. I just want $1 for some chips, that's all.
I'll knock all this stuff over. What's up?
Oh,
all
snap. Right. We hear y'all.
It's going.
Let's go.
So y'all wanna? So you could just basically say what she said, and then we'll just feed off of it. Cause like I said, I didn't see the red table. I don't think she said what she was seeking attention.
Basically what she said was how like when she's out, guys don't look at her. Why are you seeking that attention? There's no need for that.
Let's play the clip real quick so they can actually hear what she said. Hold on, I got y'all. Hold on.
I was looking for that bit, but I couldn't find it.
They probably made them delete it everywhere. No, I was just watching it earlier. Hold on.
I couldn't find it much to save my life.
They probably done copied that boy, and everybody got that clip.
It's definitely on Red Table Talk. That's always on Facebook.
That is true.
Let me hear. Give me 1 second.
That's what I'm talking about.
Give me 1 second. I'm pulling it up.
Okay.
Shout out to everybody who's tuning in.
Gotcha.
Is the links in y'all bios?
Yeah, I put mine in my bio. I got it now. Shut up, sis.
Zach TV, what's going on with you? 23 Savage, what's going on, man?
Damn, you got them. You got them people. I ain't got no bad on man. I'm a little salty.
Sissy, right?
Yeah,
like, you know. I mean, but you know, I ain't say nothing. But you know, it's cool. It's cool.
Alright, yeah, I got the clip.
Okay.
You know, when I really looked at it that way, I really had to have more compassion and more understanding. Something that really bothers me and like honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that yeah, like there are all these women like throwing themselves, but me, like the past 10 years, like I don't have any of that. Like I have zero, this sounds weird, but like male attention. And so then like I begin to internalize and I'm like, is something wrong with me? Like, what? But I'm gonna tell you something else too. When your radar's turned off, because I dealt with that for years too, like, and I was young, like you. Yeah, like, oh my God. I mean,
I don't know. Jada and all of them responding after she made that comment.
Someone's looking.
I think Jada tried to help her clean it up.
Hell yeah, she trying to help her clean. That's the same thing I said. She trying to clean it up. She was like, damn, you couldn't even tell on any of their facial expressions that she just said something that was just out of there.
Yeah.
She tried to clean, but her mother jumped in. His mother jumped in real quick, like,
Hey,
because they
Viola.
sit right next to each other. And his mother just jumped in, like, basically, what are you saying?
Wait, Steph mama was sitting next to Aisha?
Right next to her.
Exactly.
It was his mother and his sister there.
Yeah.
Oh, that was your mama's sister there?
Look here, I'm
Yeah,
trying
his
to
mother
tell
and
you.
his sister.
I didn't know that.
Let a bitch say
Yeah.
something about my brother like that. Excuse you, bitch. What you
Like
talking
what?
about?
This girl been in our lives for years, and I'm just now finding out she's feeling this way about my son, about my brother.
Right.
But what if, like, okay,
Let me not say that about Trey.
I didn't know nothing about this at all until today, because it was all on my timeline. So now that I know that his mother and his sister was sitting by him,
Yeah.
that had to be like an awkward situation for them.
Exactly.
Because what if
She
they
also made a
knew?
post saying that too.
What
She
if,
posted a post also.
who made a
You
post?
should say,
Aisha Curry. She made a post saying the same thing.
Oh, but what if his mom and them knew she was feeling like that, but they didn't know? Well, hypothetically, they didn't know she was gonna say it on the on cameras.
out
If that makes
loud,
sense.
yeah, in front of the world.
Right.
Because that's not something you expect someone to say in front of the world. Like, that's a private, like, bedroom conversation.
Mhm.
Like, you can feel
Yeah, 'cause
that
she
way,
said-
but, you know, you let your husband know, and that's it. Nobody else needs to know.
Exactly.
That's
And
like
the
kinda you
big
being
problem
thirsty.
with a lot of relationships. You know, people run to Facebook, Instagram. Oh, this nigga ain't. He did this. He did that. But you gonna at the end of the day, you gonna stay with him. We don't need to know what he's doing.
That is
Exactly.
true.
That's what
Because that's
y'all
not going to
work
make
out.
a difference on what y'all situation is.
Exactly. So that's something as a married couple y'all need to work out. You don't need to put the work, because she should have known, not for nothing, when she made that post. You already know these niggas and bitches about to run with it. Excuse my
Run with it.
French, but you know they
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
run with it. Y'all, especially Shade Room. Come on now, you already know.
Yeah. I don't know why
So
she
why
set
even
herself
put
for
your
that.
exact? She set herself up for failure. Now you wanted attention, but you about to get it.
Mm-hmm.
All
And
sorts of
now you
attention.
bringing that unwanted attention to Steph as well, because you know what I'm saying. Once you open that door to let people know, hey, there's this going on or there's this problem, man, they about to be all on that man meat.
Yeah.
And niggas about to be mad disrespectful towards you, but that's your fault. And even if Steph addresses them, which I mean I don't blame him, that's his woman, but at the same time you need to sit her down and talk to her, because there's miscommunication somewhere. There's a line that's not getting addressed that y'all need to address within y'all.
So, fellas, what would y'all do if y'all was in that situation and your old lady, whether it's your girlfriend, your wife, fiance, or whatever, go to social media and say that she's lacking attention from y'all? What would y'all do?
Man, I would be a little frustrated, honestly, because I mean, just like I'm saying with this situation, I could see guys, you know, especially if my woman is pretty or whatever, I could see guys trying to hit on her, jump in her DM, you know what I'm saying, because they feel like I'm not doing my job, you know what I'm saying. So therefore, if she's willing to say this to the public, then who knows what else she's willing to do, you know what I'm saying. That's how some guys will look at it, you know what I'm saying. I'm quite sure Curry or me in that situation, if we talking about me in that situation, I would know that she probably not gonna do anything, and she probably just speaking out loud, because of course if she don't have any attention, and that means that she don't have his attention to even tell him that, you know what I'm saying. So she's gonna say it to the first person that's willing to listen.
And that's how a lot of cheating come in place.
It would be a concern of mine though, because if she said it out loud like that, it would be a concern of mine. It would be like top of my list of my priorities when it comes to my marriage. Like, wow.
Exactly.
What would you do, Scar? Hit him.
Oh, if she told me, I'm just
Not
reading
you. She
your
told the public.
Like if she ran to social media and said you wasn't.
It wasn't like y'all was in the bedroom just talking.
What if she just ran to social media?
On Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, everywhere.
And just said you wasn't catering to her.
Imagine you hearing that first on television, not in person.
I mean, to be honest, at first I feel a little frustrated because that means that she doesn't feel comfortable enough to come to me about it. And then like after that, like I try to analyze the way she's feeling before trying to put my feelings first. And then that way I understand why she didn't come to me first and then try to fix it.
What if I feel like this is my whole thing, and I agree with y'all to a certain extent, but I'm trying to look at it from every angle there is. Okay, right. Yeah, she said it wrong to us. We may think she said it wrong or went about it the wrong way, but what if she thought she was doing the right thing? And you know the red table, it's like a free for all. Like anything goes. You could be yourself, talk about whatever. But what if she felt like she felt comfortable enough to share with the world that she's lacking attention from her husband? Hold on,
exactly what it was.
Yeah, but at the same time, there has to be boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You have to create that boundary. Once you make it to a certain level, there needs to be boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Like these hood rats that post, oh my man slept with such and such. Okay, whatever. Nobody cares. But you out here, you with a basketball player. You know what I'm saying? You above those little hood rats and stuff. So there's a level, a boundary that you cross. Yeah, okay, red tape, you felt safe, whatever. But being that you're mad, you don't bring that personal out to the public.
That is true as well, but
she took it to red table after she took it to IG.
Well, my thing is this is the other part.
Yeah, then I'm gonna let to IG first. I think that got deleted because I don't see it anymore.
So this is the other part to my thing. What if he's hard to talk to and she thought the only outlet that she may had was the red table? Meaning, what if she couldn't? So what if she couldn't go to him and voice her frustrations or what she ain't getting or whatever? And then she also picked up a little weight that I heard. I haven't seen no recent pictures or nothing. She also picked up weight, so that's also an insecurity that all women may have, whether they skinny, big, or whatever the case may be. She had what I'm getting is like she has a lot of insecurities amongst herself that she needs to work out. Maybe she went about it the wrong way. Maybe he's a hard person to go and talk to, but I don't know. I just hope they just figure it out because they still young and they've been together for like 1,000,002 years. So I don't know. This is a hard time.
That's how I feel, and I know for sure they definitely gonna work it out. They've been together for so long, and it's not like she's saying that she's not in love with him, or you know she wants attention for the right. It's really nothing about him. It's all about her and her insecurities. Like yeah, she been together. Like I said, she was with him since she was 15 years old. So she probably hasn't been with anyone else. She ain't go through the whole phase like people been saying on social media. And she just feels like she had 3 kids with him. She only been with this one guy for years. So like, do guys really think I look good still? Like, or is he just with me because we just been together for so long? And
he got kids.
And they probably and they got kids, and he's probably on the road a lot, and they probably really don't have time to really talk about this stuff. It's not like a quick conversation. You really got to sit down and build up to talk about something like that. So she probably really didn't have time to talk with him about this, and this is probably his first time hearing about it.
And that's kind of messed up.
It's so close to the finals. Like it literally is, to be honest, because they trying to get there. But the fact that he is in the finals, that's probably the main factor why she didn't want to bring it towards his attention.
But she said, my whole thing is that you shouldn't like. First of all, we got to take him what Izzy said into consideration. Like, he's an athlete, and he's not just any athlete. He's one of the top athletes in the NBA. So therefore, he is always at practice. He does have a structured schedule. He's probably waking up at a certain time, practicing, always with his teammates because they're a championship team. So he has a very big responsibility of being a star player on a team. That's his bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? So I could imagine that they probably don't have real time to really do real things as a family and be able to communicate and connect with each other. You know what I'm saying? I could imagine because he's a winner. And yeah, I can understand to a certain degree, but she has to take that in consideration.
Exactly, and she knew what she was getting into when she married this man. You know what I'm saying? She did
I was going to say that too.
So, you know, you're with basically a superstar. You know what I'm saying? You know this. So you have to prepare yourself. I know it's probably hard as hell being that he's away all the time. And she's lacking that attention. But now it's up to Steph, when he does have time, to step up to the plate and make sure he makes time for her. Let her know that, you know what I'm saying, I do still love you. I'm not going nowhere. You're still the most beautiful woman in the world in my eyes. Yada yada yada.
Right.
You know, so that's something he has to make right. But at the same time,
she probably looking for more than that though. Because I'm quite sure he tells her she's beautiful all the time. I'm quite sure he posts her all the time. But she probably want more than that. She probably looking for family time. She's probably.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I say it's up to him to make that right. Plan a trip for just you and her. You know what I'm saying? Make her feel that. Don't just say it. Make her feel that.
And I also.
I don't know, cause go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay. No, I was just saying, like, if I was in her shoes, like, I can't imagine if I'm really with somebody that I'm really in love with and I really don't care about what anybody else think or who's looking at me. I don't see myself saying something like that, though.
Yeah, me either. That's my thing. I don't see if I'm with, especially me knowing what I got into. I'm with a big basketball player. I know he's busy. You know, he got this, that, and third going on. So, you know, I'm gonna sit back now. I'm not worried about who the fuck looking at me. Nigga, my baby got me. He may be on the road right now, but my baby got me. That's all that matters. My baby got me.
And the only thing,
for that attention from outside niggas. The only attention I want is from my man.
And the other thing I wanted to add.
Niggas got his dick and lies.
Shut up, seriously.
If you got everything you need and want right in front of you, like, why would you even have thoughts about that, about other men and how they feel about you? Like, that wouldn't even matter.
But I think deep down inside that
underlying issue in their relationship that they probably don't even know about.
You see, but one thing about that though, just like she took it to social media probably has a lot to do with this. Like she said, girls on social media, they throwing themselves out there, and I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? I think what she meant by that was she might put a post up there and she might think she looked real bad that day. She might think she looked good, like, you know, I did my hair woo, and she might only get 40, 50,000 likes. You know what I'm saying? Right. But then she might know a chick that's stripped. You know what I'm saying? And she up here dropping booty shaking videos and she get 100, 200,000 likes every trip. You know what I'm saying? She like, wow. She probably like, what's about me that I can't get the same feedback or reaction?
Like to see ass and titties. You know, that's what niggas gonna react to.
But even still, I mean, it's women on social media that don't do that. They don't shake their ass and they still get a lot of likes. And she probably, you know what I'm saying?
So somebody posed this question. They said, what if it was based on the fact that she goes out with friends and all her friends are getting hit on, but nobody pays her attention? Bitch, you big time. Everybody know you are Steph Curry's
right.
I think another reason.
Remember that these friends are single.
They gonna be like, I don't even stand a chance. I don't even stand a chance.
They probably out there golden and like. They probably only hanging around her because they know that she knows basketball players and they might even get hooked up with one.
Exactly.
So
they might be in the snag one.
Cause I wouldn't blow down on her. Like this dude got hundreds of millions of dollars under an attempt to holler at Steph Curry's wife.
Niggas barely got $10 to their damn name.
Oh, yeah, this dude is a multi-millionaire, man.
Exactly. You got this man with all this money, so you worry about these broke niggas out here fronting and flexing for the gram and Facebook and shit.
But I think low key, every female in the back of their head, whether they admit to it or not, still wonder if they still have it. Whether it may be true for everybody or not, I think we all think we got it.
I get in my mirror and I drop it low and do a little twerking.
Hey, but it's not just women though. Men do it too. Men do it too. As I got older, I had to realize that too. Men do it too. Men flirt with multiple women to see the reactions they get. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, to see if they still got it or whatnot.
It's called cat and mouse.
Men are also still, men are insecure as well. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And you know, he getting all the attention. He got groupies probably showing their boobies and everything. You know what I'm saying? Shine my titty, whatever. You know, he got all of that. You know what I'm saying? Wherever he go, if he not with her, he got a flock of girls probably trying to hit him up.
But I don't think she understand that all of that comes with the fame and the career. It's not all about just his looks. Like he has money, he has clout. So it's not just about the looks. Boy, as to
he
her,
can look like
she's
Birdman with a perm.
it's
They
just
still gonna blow
the
down.
looks. Exactly. It don't matter how you look when you got money and you famous.
They dick in a tree if they could. So
that's true.
Huh?
I don't know about a tree.
Bruh, look here. Both of these dudes out here, bruh, they stick anything with a hole in it, with some titties and an ass.
That's true.
Man.
Most.
Social media has changed. Social media has changed the way people interact with each other on a massive scale.
And what's crazy
that we're making excuses for Ayesha Curry, though. I don't think we're making excuses for Ayesha Curry.
No, we don't make an excuse.
Get people
to see her
point of view.
I
wouldn't have done it. First of all, I wouldn't have even be thinking that way, and I wouldn't say something out loud like that in front of the world. Like,
I'm gonna be out shopping, nigga. Bring me my money. Let me go shop for me and the babies. Fuck out of here. I'ma send a little text. Hey, baby,
I'm quite sure she done did that a billion times though. I'm quite sure she done went shopping a billion times though. I mean, you know,
she don't know what it's like not to have
yeah.
these luxuries, so she needs to learn.
Exactly, she's used to it. She's
Every last
spoiled.
one.
She's spoiled with greatness, basically. So, like, imagine her having a dude who was just beating around, who was broke as hell, like cheating on her.
She would appreciate the hell out of stuff, then.
She would like that struggle, and that's weird as hell to me.
Yeah.
And like me personally, I would have never went to social media with none of that. Me personally, I went to social media with none of my relationship stuff that ain't nobody business.
Yeah, and that's another thing though. Y'all said she already made a post about it, and then she went and talked about it.
She deleted she deleted the post because even Shade Room deleted it.
Oh, and I wasn't even by my phone. Sorry.
She made a post about it first on IG. That's what got everything started. She made a post on IG and Shade Room took it and ran with it. I seen it.
Wow.
Damn.
But
so
yeah,
that's
she made a post first.
I mean, that's the thing that's like deep in her, like that she's been thinking about for a minute. It's not something that's blurted out. This is really how she feel and been feeling for a minute.
Exactly.
Hey,
that's
look,
what I would say.
Whole time, I'm glad she came out about it before doing some wild shit to herself.
Like cheating?
Like either, possibly. Yeah, that, possibly, shit, just doing anything that she sees, right, like what she see Instagram models do, probably doing goofy shit like that, like a good thing she didn't do it.
I get that at the same time though, y'all.
Just to get something like attention. That's no.
You hold yourself to a certain level, you know what I'm saying? You got respect to your name. Don't lose it because of a feeling, you know what I'm saying? You talk to him. I get it may be hard. You know what I'm saying? He like y'all say he doing playoffs right now. Why the hell, you know he do? Why the hell you gonna bring up all this and he doing playoffs right now?
I got two questions.
Somebody to talk to.
I got two questions.
She probably, you gotta think about it though. She probably don't care about him winning or losing the playoffs. That part probably don't matter to her at this point.
That is true.
We all know he's a champion. You know what I'm saying?
But so, I thought she also probably, hold on, let me ask my little two questions.
I would have been one of his biggest groupies. Baby!
What if I thought she had her own little side businesses and stuff going on? So I'm kind of confused. Like, okay, I'm trying to see it from her perspective. Man.
She's not at that restaurant. She got people doing everything for her, bro.
Yeah,
and she got cookbooks and stuff.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Cookbooks.
Yeah, she got cookbooks.
You could think of or one in a relationship, like for real. Before all of this, I'm looking at them like, damn, they good. They have the perfect relationship. Like I could tell he don't cheat on her. He treat her right and everything. But you never know what's going on in a relationship. But for her to come out and say something like that, that kind of sounds like.
Yeah, cause we don't know. We don't know, man. Curry could be on some player shit, man. We don't know, man.
Everything that glitter ain't gold.
And maybe she feeling more than just I'm not getting attention. Maybe she just left it at that.
Maybe
it could be way more.
It looked like she was about to cry about it. For real, when I'm listening to her
something more about it should have been between them. And I mean, regardless, it should have been between them. I know y'all said they may not have much time, but it doesn't take a lot to send a text, hey babe, we need to talk, I'm feeling a certain type of way when you got time.
Said and done in most situations.
Think about this, when you always get these text messages in return. Alright, right after practice at 8 p.m. I got you. But then after practice, he go hang out with the guys for a second. And then once he get back home, he tired. Because he's been hooping all day just from practicing, kicking it with his homeboys or doing whatever.
I still wouldn't say anything out in public like that.
I wouldn't go social media
before I go to him. I still wouldn't.
Right.
It's a lot of things that we would say.
Let's talk about how Steph Curry feels. Like, we're talking a lot about how she feels, but like how y'all think he feels now?
He probably feels sideswiped. Like, what the hell? You could have just came to me.
He probably feels like shit. Like, I thought I was doing something right this whole time for all these years, and I'm not. That's gonna be on his mind, like whether he's playing or not.
I want to see how he gonna do in his game, his first game.
I hope he. I don't know. I think it ain't that much practice in the world that you can't sit down and talk to your significant other. Well, it's like 5-10 minutes. That ain't long at all. But I don't know. It's kind of weird. I feel like if I know we talking about how Steph may feel. But if they both kept busy, none of this wouldn't happen. She probably wouldn't have thought about, dang, he ain't checking me out like he used to, this, that, and the third. But some fishy here. I smell some trout.
I mean,
it's gonna be a scandal.
Only time he there really to check her out is when the basketball season is over with. Because once it's going and you a champion, oh yeah, you always practicing. You always got to show up to practice, especially when you the team leader. You can't miss practice, and they practicing all the time. And not only that, but he got commercials. He's busy. He's busy. And like I said, I'm a man though, and yeah, we don't know how Steph Curry feel about it, but I've also been in a long-term relationship. I understand that. I'm quite sure he already picked up on signals like, yo, something ain't right about Aisha. Some, you know what I'm saying? And if y'all to be together this long, I'm quite sure she given him plenty of signals. You know what I'm saying? For him to pick up on.
Next they tell you to stop it.
We done though.
Like, no, I'm gonna speak on both sides of the fence, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm quite sure she's giving him signals. And like we said, we don't know what Curry is doing, man. For her to come out and do this in public, we gotta also remember that she's not slow or stupid. It's not like she probably surprised by her
I don't think she
reactions she received.
Before she said it, though. I think it's something that was just blurted out. That's not something that she planned talking about. she felt so comfortable at that table. Like Jada has a way of making people just open up. That's what the red table talk is about. Like open up and just like spill it all out. So she got real comfortable at that table. Like if you saw her, like his mother's face, like when she said that, she's like, what? Like, why would you say something like that? And they tried to clean it up real quick. She just got real comfortable. She didn't plan on saying it, and that just shows that was something that was built up for a minute.
And I just want to put this disclaimer out there.
Tell Aisha Curry to get on DGA so she can beat her ass.
I just want to put this disclaimer out there. It's not just about the Curry family and whatever Aisha said on the internet. This like general conversation as well. But it's just like she said what every female thinks but never says all the time. So it goes universal.
How many times, let me ask y'all this, how many times have y'all been in the situation? How many times have y'all been in a situation where y'all felt like y'all wasn't getting the attention? Be honest.
A couple of times.
In my last relationship.
I've been in it before, and
I'm not saying currently. I'm not saying currently. If you currently in a relationship, then that's different. I'm saying in the past.
I'm not with nobody. So I've actually been in this situation, and I didn't go to social media with it. Hell, I didn't even go to my city with it. You know what I'm saying? I went to that person. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But that's because you went through that.
Do what?
Even in my
like
last
you have some type of experience of like not having something that's perfect.
He asked what would I do, and I'm giving him what I would do. So
I know, but what I'm saying is like comparing to her, she has had basically the perfect life.
We're speaking in general in our situations.
Right.
We're not even on that subject anymore.
Okay.
I mean, we're on the subject, but we're not.
I'm asking them personally.
Exactly. So personally, yes, I have been through it, but I didn't go to social media. I went to that person. You know what I'm saying? And it's all up to that person how they react to what you tell them. And like, not everybody picks up on signs. Like y'all, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's different. You got some motherfuckers slower than a motherfucker. So,
True.
Yeah. This is true. This is true, Scar. Not everybody gonna pick up on the real signs. They gonna look at it like, oh, she's
making excuses for her.
No, I'm not at all. But I've been in long-term relationships, and I did one of my relationships. I'm gonna be honest. One of my relationships, I was wrong when I was right. You know what I'm saying? So I know how it is. I've been in a situation where I wasn't paying my woman any attention. I was into everything else except my woman. I was into the streets and whatever else I was into that I wasn't supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So she did things and acted out in a way, and when it was all over and said and done with, you know, I'm like, oh, fuck her. She this, that, and third. And then I had to sit and think to myself, like, damn, what if I would have took a different route? What if I would have stopped putting so much attention into things that really didn't matter to a certain degree and just pay her just that much more attention? You know what I'm saying? I probably would have had a different result.
You know what I'm saying? I've been in a situation.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just
go ahead.
So you know what the issue with this whole topic is? It's not even about how she feels what she said. It's just that she said it out loud. That's really what it is. Because I'm pretty sure there's so many other females out there who feels exactly how she feels, but they would never just say it publicly. Maybe to, you know, their spouse, but not out there. She just said it in front of the world. That's what the major issue is. Like, and that's embarrassing to him. Like, I can imagine how he feels.
Yeah, considering that not only is that his wife, but they also have children.
I wonder what that car ride was like.
On social media, I mean, most of the time, it's kind of impossible to take that shit down. Most people will record your shit, and somebody gonna have a copy of what you didn't see. You know what I'm saying? So she's real lucky.
There's a screenshot of the post. I just can't find it. Let me keep scrolling so I can read exactly what she said. Because it was posted first, and then she went on red tape.
I didn't even know she posted that first.
Yeah, she deleted it after Shade Room got a hold of it. And you know Shade Room run everything out, just like Wendell Williams.
Oh Lord.
So Shade Room posted it before she even came on the bed table talk.
Yeah.
And she still went on the table talk and said it, knowing that it was gonna be a major issue. That makes a difference right there.
Yeah, so yeah, and that's what I'm looking at. Like, bitch, you really posted it. Shade Room got it. You deleted it, but now you on Red Table talking about it. Like, what's the issue?
Yeah,
maybe she felt like, and that's
look real thirsty though. That makes her look like she's really out there looking for attention. Like, for you to post it, delete it,
and then delete it and say, you know, I'm gonna talk about it.
And then you come, and then you come on the show and say you want to talk about it. That
like, fuck it, I don't want to post it. I want to talk about it.
What do not giving you that you're going out there looking for like a regular dude for? Like, you got an irregular, abnormal guy, a rare breed, and you out there looking for a regular nigga.
That's what I'm saying. Like, nigga, I'm sending you little nude snappies all day. Like, I'm
money, you gonna shop, you got 3 beautiful kids. Like, what?
Exactly. Like, you come home, you gonna have your home cooked gourmet meal with a little tush on the table. I ain't wanna, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Ali Low said it ain't nobody's business. That's true, Ali.
Oh shit.
It ain't, but hell, shit. I mean, she put it out there for all us. So
he said Curry needs to beat her. No, he don't gotta do all that.
Oh no, we ain't talking about beating nobody.
We ain't into domestic violence, bro.
Damn.
But he should. I don't know, man. Like what he should do, like specifically, because he know her better than any of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. He definitely need to check her though. I'm quite sure he has.
But I just don't want this to get blown out of proportion, because you know not a lot of black couples last.
It is gonna get blown out though. Cause
I don't want neither one of them to do nothing drastic, because like I said, a lot of famous black couples do not last. I'm all about black love, all this and that, but not everybody lasts. So I'm really rooting for them.
You don't want social media to persuade them to make the wrong decision. I feel you on that, man.
So we don't need none of this.
They'll definitely do that. They'll definitely do that. But I feel like they're not gonna separate. But I feel like that just created issues in the relationship. That created like insecurities and doubt and like trust issues and all that other stuff, because they probably thought, well, at least he probably thought the relationship was good and this woman had everything she wanted and needed, and she like, it's not good. But now that he just knows that, like, that's probably an issue. They probably gonna stick it out because they've been together for so long and they got 3 kids and whatever. But I think it's from now on, there's definitely gonna be issues in the relationship.
Let me ask this question then. What if, hypothetically, because we all making assumptions and we just talking, what if she brought it to his attention on more than one occasion, but it was ignored? So she felt like the only thing she could do was go to social media.
Because like I said, him being not only her husband, the father of her kids, them being in the house together, whenever they can be, whatever, you know what I'm saying, since they were 16 years old, I'm quite sure he knows her. They don't have to talk to each other at all. They can just look at each other and understand what each other is feeling when you've been with somebody that long. So I'm quite sure, that's what I was saying earlier, she has brought it to his attention in some type of way, fashion, or form, through text message to his face, but she probably can't deal with his schedule and the way that everything is operating for him now, because he's a champion now. He's different. 10 years ago,
I don't know.
he wasn't.
You a grown-ass woman, and y'all in a grown-ass relationship. You should be able to speak your mind whenever. Like, I don't think there's no excuse for that, though.
No, I'm not saying that she couldn't speak her mind. What I'm saying is, his time is limited because of his occupation. So the time that they really need at this moment, it's hard for either one of them to sit down. Well, not her, but for him. I mean, because celebrities and athletes are busy people. They don't just make money from breathing. You know what I'm saying? Them people are busy. It takes time to perfect your craft and to become as special as Curry. You know, it's not like it's 100 Currys in the league.
separate your business and your career from your personal relationship. So
That is true.
For them being that long, for them to being together for that long, they should have had that tackled down by now. Like, know when it's time to talk and when it's time to. Yeah, so I don't think that should be.
She got to give him time too, though. She got to give him time too because he's going through a lot.
They were 15. Since she was 15, that's a long ass time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So,
exactly.
So you know what I'm saying? Those kinks should be worked out, to say the least. And being she's a grown ass woman now, you know what I'm saying? You knew what you was getting into marrying this man.
Right.
But I also want to say this.
Neither one of them, listen though, neither one of them expected neither one of them expected for him to be as good as he is though.
Sometimes you have to expect the unexpected.
Mike, that's what I'm saying though. Imagine, you know what I'm saying, he's in the league, he's hooping, he's making a bunch of money, that's cool. But then you finally get a chance to take off and be the champion. Once you the champion in any league, football, basketball, or baseball, or boxing, everything changes. If you're an actor and you get nominated for a Grammy or Emmy, everything changes. You get new roles, you get more money, you get more interviews, your lifestyle changes. So not only does she have to adapt to it, but he does too.
Exactly, but see, that's something that should already be discussed. Like, you have to plan, especially when he's a ball player. You know what I'm saying? You have to know these things happen. You know what I'm saying? These things can happen. So it's like, what if I got big and I'm busy all the time? What if this, that, and third happens?
Right. I understand that. I understand that.
But the more that I listen to y'all talk, I feel like y'all using his career as a crutch. The reason why I say I feel like y'all.
That's what I'm trying to tell them, that shouldn't be
it shouldn't be a factor. I feel like
for way too long. So they should know how to separate the career from the personal life.
Yeah, so every time Nick said something, he brought up his career. Like, you can't continue to use his career as a crutch for your explanation of whatever is going on with them. You have to also, you gotta, I don't know, I just hope they work it out, but if you going to have a valid,
it's like excuses.
it's a crutch using his career as a valid explanation. That shit don't mean nothing. You've been with this lady for like 30 decades.
I mean, we all say that, but none of us, we all say that, but none of us are in their shoes to understand what it's really like.
That's why you have to put yourself in their shoes, and then you just find it out that way.
Kind of imagine what it would be like, or put ourselves in their shoes. Like, just saying, like, I think the main issue is, like, they've been together too long. It's not even too long. They've been together
Merch,
too long
we
enough,
talking about Aisha, Curry, and still. And basically,
communication issues in a relationship. That's
should you seek attention elsewhere if you're married and you're lacking it?
But I vision is saying that maybe she needs to be in an open relationship like Jada with. Like, that's what it seems like.
Maybe it is. And maybe that's why she was on Jada's show.
She really don't want to start around, but she wants to experience being with someone else to see how someone else would make her feel.
And I'm also quite sure that her and Jada,
she gonna feel stupid.
Listen, I'm quite sure that her and Jada. Listen, I'm quite sure her and Jada discussed the topic at hand before the camera started rolling.
Oh, yeah.
Just like we did before we did this. I'm quite sure they ain't just say, let's sit down and just start talking.
It up. This was supposed to be backstage talk, sis, not on the red table talk. She fucked up.
She claimed that she tried anyway. She tried
to.
You can still put your input in, whether you've been in a relationship or not. I don't think Scar been in a relationship and he was talking, so you fine, Mertz.
What? I have. I just push more shit about relationships than I've actually been in them.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you could just watch from the outside and watch other people's mistakes and successes and understand, like, if I go and get into a relationship, I know what to do and what not to do. Because I seen my homeboy go through this, so I know not to do that. I seen my sister or brother-in-law go through this, so I know not to do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't learn from your own mistakes. You gotta watch everybody else too, not just your own. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody on my stream called It's Mercs YT. He was like, crazy next move and easy there, So I guess you know y'all.
Oh yeah, Mercs, what's going on with you, bro?
Mercs, what up, Mercs?
Oh my god.
That ain't that Merc.
Yeah, but Ice Vision has been on my stream for a minute, and he seems like he's getting like real upset with you next, and he feels like you like kind of sticking up for her and making excuses for her. Like,
no, I'm just
like totally against
I'm just coming from every perspective.
Like,
that's all.
Basically, everyone feels like she's just a thought and she's asking for attention for everybody else but her husband. So it seems like everyone's like.
That's listen. No,
I think next is on
I agree.
Curry's
but
side.
my whole thing is, oh, you think she a thought now, or she just want to be a thought out of nowhere all of a sudden?
They think she been a thought, but she's just not coming out. She's coming out the closet thought.
Or maybe she been a thought. Maybe she been a thought since day one, and he knew it. Maybe he was a sucker. Maybe he is a sucker. Period. You know
they said them church girls the worst though, so you never know.
I mean, you talking about 15? That's when you 15, 16. You ain't doing nothing but humping. You ain't really in no real relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I'm quite sure. I'm being honest. I'm quite sure he was calling her out. That was, you know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm quite sure their relationship was probably built off sex from the jump because they were that young. I'm quite sure it wasn't built off of.
You think so?
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so.
High school sweetheart.
You don't start understanding life until you like 22, 23 for real, man. You don't know nothing when you're 15 or 16 for real.
I wasn't humping at 15 and 16.
I was not humping at 15 and 16.
I was humping at 14. I lost my virginity when I was 14.
God damn, I lost mine at 18. What the hell?
I lost mine at 18 too. A late bloomer.
In the mall. I was in the mall in the baby conversation. Okay.
Izzy, you can turn up till you were 17. We made it, nigga. We made it.
That's what's up.
We lost it when we was almost grown.
Aisha wasn't 17.
Look, since we not graduated high school, nigga, talking about we want to lose our virginity.
Aisha wasn't 17 when she was giving up them buns. She was 15 when she was giving up them buns.
She was 15 when they been together, but that don't mean that they was having sex and stuff. They probably had sex 3-4 years of a relationship. You never know.
Stop it, man. If he was hooping back then, he was getting buns already. So you think he's gonna be like, oh, you could be my girl, we can link and all this, and I ain't gonna. No, he wants some buns. I'm quite sure he was hooping in high school. Come on, man. He got all the high school chicks at his neck. And he decided to be with you, and you ain't giving up the buns, he gonna keep it pushing. Period.
They was probably hunching. Like the old people say, they was probably just hunching with clothes on. That's all.
Nah, man. Nah.
But all jokes aside, though, y'all, I hope they work it out behind closed doors, not in the public eye. And whatever it, you know.
It's too late for that.
What I'm saying is, you could do damage control.
Right.
You could spin the shit off.
We need to know from beginning to end.
But at the same time, though, why would she go on Jada Pinkett's show? Jada Pinkett known to be in an open relationship. You know what I'm saying? And you say these things on her show to her. Like, come on, man. That was not just a coincidence.
She know what the back table talk is about. Like, I'm pretty
exactly. That was not a coincidence. She could be.
She was doing.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
she probably felt like this was her opportunity to actually let Steph Curry know what's going on, which was the wrong way. But she's like, this is probably the only opportunity to come on this show where I'm open to speak my mind and say how I feel without being judged. But he should have known first.
And they rich and wealthy over there in Cali and Hollywood, whatever. And that you know they all crazy.
Let me stop.
No, sis. Okay, but Merc said he lost his virginity in heaven. He's still a virgin. Who wanna lose his virginity?
What?
Get y'all friend, bro.
That nigga said his virginity still in heaven. You tripping, bro? Your virginity's still in heaven. You gotta calm down, man.
He lied. He getting a little weird.
Whoa.
I lost my virginity at 14, man, to a chick older than me, man.
So he said she went on the show first.
That seems to be that seems to be
a normal thing.
Lately. You know what I'm saying? all these 14, 15-year-olds lose their virginity to women that's 20, 21, 22. Lock these bitches up.
If they gonna lock R. Kelly nasty face ass up, lock them up too.
Nah, because I wish a bitch 20-something plus might try to fuck my son at 15, bitch, square up. I ain't going to jail.
Why not? Let him get it. Let him get it.
No,
no, he was taking advantage of. What you talking about?
Exactly. You ain't
about to sit your ass down.
What you gonna do to him, bro? That's gonna hurt him, bro. Come on, man. I can't believe you said that, man.
And you too.
Hey, when I was 16, bro, I was 16, 17. I was messing with a chick that was like 28, 29, bro.
Can't be me.
Oh no, that's rape.
No, I mean she was experienced, and it was it was worth every bit of it. I mean, I wouldn't have wanted it any other way.
This man is meant to be molested.
Just being honest.
A lot of males, but see, there's that double standard that's always there. We beat down a man that do the same thing. You're saying it's okay for a woman to do it, but when a man does it, we lock their ass up. So,
man, because first of all, listen, man, I'm a man. So first of all, listen. Hold on, let me let you know something. Man, we think about buns all the time. First of all, that's just part of our nature. You know what I'm saying? Period. Yeah, they probably do too, but not like us though. I'm quite sure it's not on our level.
I know, right, mate?
If anything, they worse.
Like y'all, it's just not expressed as you guys do it.
Okay, so when y'all was 10, 11, 12 years old, y'all was thinking about that all the time?
The thing is,
you never know.
I was scared of my daddy. I was scared of boys.
Man, I was ordering porn when I was 19 years old, man. I figured out my Uncle Cole for the cable and everything. How many females you know were doing that? You hear me? Like, listen, it's part of our nature.
But it don't fucking matter.
And on top of that, a man could hurt a woman. Listen,
30-year-old.
But he could hurt. A man could hurt. A woman can't hurt me doing sex. A man could hurt a grown ass man could hurt a little ass girl. That's one of the main reasons he's wrong.
Lock that bitch up.
He said she do what?
It's because it's normalized.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. It should be normalized. It's not okay. Just like it's not okay for a man to do the same thing. It's not okay for. It don't matter how the fuck you try to clean it up.
This one get heated, bro.
I agree to that. Like,
another thing is that girls, like when they're young, they
next invite Kiva to your.
But a nigga, a little boy, he ain't getting in trouble for that. He ain't getting called out. He get promoted. You know, like everybody saying, "Oh, good shit."
So somebody said why Hazel said why Bill Cosby got like jail time, but Cardi B didn't. When they kind of basically did.
They did the same thing. That's a good question.
Well, you said why who didn't get jail time?
Cardi B. She drugged niggas.
She would bring dudes to the hotel and drug them and rob them. Like that's basically what Bill Cosby doing. Like whether she robbed them or raped them.
She got one person so far to come forward. I'm quite sure he's probably been interviewed by law enforcement and everything. If she get enough cases built up, they will make a big deal out of that.
But why not make the first guy an example? Why wait till she get multiple cases on her when they could have did it from the jump with the first person that came forward?
The crazy thing is that this came out of her mouth. Unlike Bill Cosby being accused by other people, it's not like someone came out and accused her. Like she,
but we all know the system is working against Bill Cosby. His situation is totally different.
I don't see how. Explain, please.
How is it totally different? Explain.
Because, listen, we all know that them women just didn't come out of nowhere just to say that just because they was bored at home. They was put up to that.
Yeah, somebody was put up.
He was doing something. He was trying to do something bigger and have a bigger picture at the end of the day. And it was people at the top that wanted to stop that. So they let him have it. Because they all, I'm quite sure whatever circle of people he was around back in the day, they was all doing it. Remember on Scarface, another Quelo, she loved me in the morning.
But it's still not right.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right. But listen to this. You think them women that was in his hotel room was under the presumption that we not about to have sex?
So you think
in his hotel room?
But it was bound to happen. It's inevitable.
Next move.
Listen, if you come to my hotel room, you think we about to have a meeting in my hotel room?
Next.
Listen, it don't even matter if they thought or if they knew what was going down. It don't make it right. Like, this
Maybe
is
I'll tell him in a minute.
I'm not saying that it makes it right, but y'all, listen.
They gotta be.
They was doing that shit intentionally. This is what I'm trying to say. If they did have some drugs, he didn't slip on that.
Man.
I don't look as far as the Bill Cosby situation. The way I feel with that, like, okay, there's some bitches, yeah, some of them may be telling the truth, but I got a feeling that some of them just followed the story and made some
Cause they over talking me.
Went along the lines.
Yeah.
But
I feel that way too, but I totally feel that he did stuff that wasn't right.
That's what I'm saying. I feel that he did some stuff. He did some stuff, but then you got a whole handful of bitches that's following the story. Be like, oh, I'm gonna get me a piece of money out of this. Let me hop on the
pumping
train
it up.
Of course, yeah. A lot
And
of
why and then my whole thing is, why is all these younger women trying to meet with this guy who probably can't even get up? What is y'all doing in these situations with this dude? And y'all
That's
know
what
he
the
married.
blue pill is for.
on the other side.
No, I'm just asking a question. No, I'm not saying that. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. That's not what I'm saying.
It sounds crazy to me.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, first of all, how did you even end up around this dude? What was your business with this guy? What was y'all doing?
Twin have a seat.
What's going on? Because he got accused of some things back in the day. Listen, he got accused of some things back in the day, right? They said some shit that's like 20 years old, 30 years old, right? But then he got some cases that's relatively new, right? Supposedly, some of these females saying, oh, this just happened in the last 5, 6, 7 years. How?
This is my thing
I want to know the specifics. I want to know, because I'm not about to paint the man. I'm not about to paint the, you know what I'm saying, him as a bad person if I don't have detailed evidence to say this is what happened. All we saying is he drugged somebody and touched me and
okay, let me say this about Bill Cosby. All these bitches is near death, right? So I'm trying to figure out, like, why are they coming for after 4 decades trying to say Bill Cosby raped them? I think it's monetary gain against Bill Cosby. It's a lot of speculation.
Cracking jokes. He looked back at the camera. He ain't care.
Fact. It's a lot of speculation that he was trying to buy. He either was trying to buy CBS or NBC. He was trying to buy that. Then
he was going to buy NBC and turn it to the National Black Channel, and he was trying to buy a piece of Universal Studios for independent filmmakers.
Facts. And then his son passed away. I forgot what was the speculation around that. But they just trying to keep this man locked up because they didn't want him to get ahead. I'm not saying all the people is lying, but something ain't added up here.
Okay,
I smell trout.
That's true.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, some of them may be okay, yeah, but why after all this time? So, like, okay, like with R. Kelly, for instance, so, okay, they're currently saying these 15, 16, 17-year-old girls, they're saying certain ones are current. My thing is this parents. Why the fuck would you let your child go around this man?
Exactly.
We was in middle school. Exactly. This been out since we've been in middle school.
Because it's all, because it's all for monetary gain. That's why they even allowed them.
I said that. But your own parents, like, I wish the fuck, sissy, if I ever let my girls go around the motherfucker,
that shit, listen, that shit is probably.
There should be no monetary gain enough for you to give your own kids up to a rapist.
Hell no.
And I want to say this about the R. Kelly situation.
And then there was one on the radio here. She did a whole hour segment on the radio, y'all. She talking about she could come and go as she please. She still got to see her kids, but she was held captive. Bitch, how was you held captive if you chose to go back?
That's just like when they was trying to say that Aaliyah. Okay, since we're talking about R. Kelly, let's bring Baby Girl into this, right? Okay, so they said that Aaliyah's mama was sleeping with R. Kelly as well. So that means that
What?
he was sleeping.
I didn't even know that.
Yep. So they said that she was sleeping with R. Kelly. So she put Aaliyah onto R. Kelly as well. So it's basically like she sold her daughter, just like that Pepper lady. Or whatever, Piper Pepper, whatever the hell that lady name was, whose niece was held captive. She was sold to him too. And move.
I believe that's probably a fad in the entertainment industry that we really don't understand or know about. I don't think it's a coincidence. I think about it. How does a 7 look about
anything like that? I think these
I think it was set up. Yes.
I think it's their parents too. I think it's the payoff.
Their parents playing a big part. Their parents playing a big part because R. Kelly was what 50-some years old when this last situation, the 2 chicks, and they said that our parents took us to that show. They don't know nothing about R. Kelly. If anything, they're gonna be into Chris Brown and all these other people.
What parent is bringing their 14-year-old to an R. Kelly concert?
To any concert where they rapping or singing about sex.
Yeah, and they on
Who was you talking about?
Listen, why would you? I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care if it was a young artist, man. If he up there talking about having sex and whatever else, I'm not bringing my daughter there. Period. At all. We're not coming to no concert.
Really money hungry.
The concerts they going to see,
exactly.
They will still be seeing Disney on motherfucking ice.
Yo, Izzy, put 2 and 2 together.
No.
Why you think R. Kelly said in his interview he went to the bank for the first time to see how much money he got? And that girl also said that same weekend her parents threatened to make a big issue if they didn't get that 20K. R. Kelly had to go and get that money.
Sold
he was trying to go and get that bread so he could pay them. And he realized he didn't have the money. I owe child support, I gotta pay bills, and they want $10,000.
That was a payout.
As much as we're like mad about the parents putting their kids in this situation, what he did is still wrong though.
Oh,
like,
God.
That is true.
Yes, still wrong. Still wrong. I agree. I definitely agree.
It was thrown to you or not.
Right. It ain't because they didn't force him on you. They ain't put a gun to your head and say have sex with these girls. They ain't do that. He wrong for that. I agree with you. He is definitely wrong for that. Yeah,
he wrong. I never said he wasn't wrong.
But if he go to jail and get convicted, the parents should too.
Oh, that's my sister you talking about.
I agree. They definitely get some type of
like I said, shoot me, motherfucker.
And everybody around him that ever said, I seen him with an underage girl one time and wanted to get on TV and talk about it to bash him, they need to go down too. Because you should have been said something.
Anonymous person that was on the show with the fake voice saying that he used to work or she used to work for R. Kelly, like you know all this stuff that's going on and you know that is wrong. It's not like you're just finding out that it's wrong.
Even the one
but
who said she was held captive
because you don't work for him.
The one who was held captive, she even said, yeah, I seen that girl before the 14-year-old. So, bitch, you can come and go as you please, but you ain't send the police up in that bitch.
Right, to say it's an underage girl in there right now.
You was there for monetary gain.
They're all there for money.
Exactly.
How money
that's a get rich quick scheme.
Exactly, and she even said herself. That's what pissed me off. She said I was able to go and come as I please. I'm rebuilding my relationship with my kids because I chose to stay there. Bitch, you chose. He didn't force you. You had your own heart.
I don't use
And I don't think he forced in any of those girls.
No, ain't none of them say R. Kelly hit me with a 5-piece and knocked me out and drug me into a room. None of them said that.
All of the ones that came out the relationship say they decided to get up and leave. Not I got out of it. No, they decided to get up and leave. So he's not holding them captive. He's not forcing them. He can get up and leave. But I think he has them definitely brainwashed. Like, the mind
with money.
is powerful.
With money.
Like, he really has them brainwashed.
They don't have to work. They don't have to do anything. He's taking care of them, so they brainwashed.
Yeah.
They definitely brainwashed.
They all got this, like, for one reason, in order to become famous in some type of way, whether it was like music or modeling or whatever.
Fuck you, tell brother.
Exactly. And
you know what
then,
I'm saying?
Look at it.
Yeah, but I definitely think I think R. Kelly. I think I think
like
he need help. I think he deserved some jail time. I don't think he deserved life, but he definitely need help because they also said he was.
Look behind you.
He was raped by his sister when he was younger, right?
What is he doing?
Weird.
They said that R. Kelly was touched by his sister when he was younger, right? So
he
probably thought it was cool.
Molested by her.
He never received help for it.
By his sister.
He was, so that's probably another reason why he's so sick like that, because he was like, well, hell, my sister took my virginity. Let me go take somebody else's the wrong way.
Not even
nobody
that.
ever corrected it.
That's normal. He feels like that's right.
Yeah,
right.
It was done to him, so he feels like it's okay to do it to somebody else. Or maybe he just wants that power back that was taken from him when he was a kid.
Exactly. I agree.
That is true.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
But he wasn't the only one that was molested, though. It was him and his brother by her.
Yeah.
And the only reason
so that's why he thought it was normal. He thought it was cool.
Everybody reacts different and handles things differently. But like, I'm not speaking for R. Kelly because he, like I said, he's dead ass wrong. But these are issues that are in our black communities that need to be addressed. We need to quit, you know what I'm saying? Play it like we don't see it. We know. Come on, bro. We need to come together.
I feel like once you become an adult, you know what's wrong, what's right. You know what your issue is. You know you need help. It's your responsibility to get the help that you need. There's no excuse for you to do the stuff you do because what was done to you in the past.
That is true.
Once you become an adult, it's your responsibility.
How does a victim know to go look for help though if they always being victimized? It's kind of hard for you to be like, you know something wrong with you. You know you depressed. You know somebody, you know what I'm saying? That's a battle. That's a mental battle within itself. You know what I'm saying? Some people kill themselves over that type of shit. You know what I mean?
And they kill themselves because, you know what I'm saying, we have people, the older ones over us, you know what I'm saying, that they turn a blind eye to those things. And, you know, the big outlook on mental health is, it's wrong, you know what I'm saying? You seek help, something's wrong with you, you're crazy. It's the way people make it out to see. Like,
it's taboo in the black community to get help.
It is. It's supposed to be like you crazy and you belong in a mental institute.
Exactly.
But everyone with a mind will have some type of mental, breakdown or, because your mind works in, mysterious ways. So
just like you were saying about Aisha Curry giving out signals, when people are battling those demons, we give out signals. And
they do.
You know what I'm saying? We give out signals. It's up to our friends, our family to recognize them.
To pick up on that signal.
Exactly.
Say something and say you need help.
At the same time, you know what I'm saying? We know we need help, but then in the back of our mind, we like, yeah, but if I get this help, people gonna look at me like I'm crazy. People gonna start talking about me. We worry too much about what people think about us.
It's a stigma.
But that's the negative effect of what's happening to you. That's the whole problem.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when the shit happens. It's like the person's mind doesn't work normal anymore. Now they questioning themselves. They questioning what they should do. They're not processing everything the correct way because they've been fucked with in so many words. It's not normal. So they don't respond normally. You know what I'm saying? They might, just because a person isn't, like you said, physically handicapped to the eye, that does not mean that their mental makeup is on point. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me, look, I know this from first hand. I'm speaking on me right now, you know what I'm saying? I've been through more than one person should be through, you know what I'm saying? You go through, and I pride myself every day for still standing and not resorting to killing myself or turning to drugs, you know what I'm saying? It's up to us as victims or as a person who's been through something. If we don't talk to somebody and let a person know, even though we are giving out these signals, if we don't be like, you know what I'm saying, look, I need help, help me, you know what I'm saying, then we not gonna get that help. If we don't know where to go, it's such a bad taboo in our black community that we don't know where to go to get this help because it's taboo, so nobody talks about it. So we're mentally battling ourselves while we're still trying to battle society as well.
And that's too much.
I think she lagged out.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So like with my journey, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go in details, but with my journey, you know what I'm saying? I've been through so much, y'all. Like, Sissy, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, and recently, you know, I'm just starting to come up out of my funk because I was down bad. Like, I mean, I'm talking about bad. Probably the worst I've ever been. And it took me standing in the mirror, looking at myself, not seeing who I knew I was. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing somebody totally different. I'm not seeing myself. So at that moment, I knew that it was time for me to make a change. And you know what I'm saying? We sit here, we do the same things in and out every day, day by day. And we're wondering why we're not making progress, but it's because we're not trying to. You know what I'm saying? We're stuck. We're stagnant. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to us to make those changes and realize that we have a problem. We can't fault anybody, honestly. I mean, yeah, somebody who's close to you should know this. Yes.
Right, but everybody don't have
it's
people
fine. I
close to
knew you
them.
lagged out.
And everybody does it. You know what I'm saying?
Some people.
Sissy legit is the only person that I have that I feel I can go to and not be judged. And she knows this. That's why she knows legit probably everything about me. And there's no secrets between us. But we keep like our personal relationship shit, we keep that, you know, behind closed doors. That's not for neither to know or whatever. But she knows those she's the only person I have. I can't go to my mama. I can't go to my parents because, like I said, they're old school, so you know they're on that same side of what society is on, you know. So before I met Sissy, before I met my sissy girl, I was a hot ass mess, like a hot mess. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no outlet, no nothing. But I had to figure out what worked for me to release those feelings of anger, hate, whatever you want to call them. So we can't really fully blame society for everything, even though it plays a huge part because it is such a big taboo in our community.
It is.
I just think if people,
I was down bad before too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I've been in a situation before to where I felt like the world was coming down on me and it was only one way out. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I was real young when it happened. I was about 17, 18, 19, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been there where I felt like I had nobody to talk to. And the only people that I could talk to was the niggas involved in the wrong shit just like I was. And the only thing that would do was just make things worse. We ain't gonna do nothing, you know what I'm saying, but go and do something that won't still help the problem at the end of the day.
And that's basically what happened with me, because like I didn't really talk about it. I just went around to people where I knew, hey, we gonna drink, we gonna smoke, and everything gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Right.
In that moment, you know what I'm saying?
Temporarily.
But exactly. But then once all that wore off, it's back to the same thing.
Like if you on PlayStation, you could still
inflict
join.
pain on somebody else. Sometimes that makes some people feel like it's so many ways people like express themselves. You know what I'm saying? Once they get to that point where they feel like, you know, like this is it. I can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? I can't take it no more. Like I didn't even understand the shit that I have up here now in my head, like the stuff that I've learned, the knowledge that I have. Man, I would have never guessed. You know what I'm saying? Never.
I honestly,
you never know what life has in store for you.
Same to you, mate.
Exactly.
Never know.
And I never thought I would be where I am now due to everything that I have been through. You know,
Right.
Man, look, I done tried, you know what I'm saying, to get rid of myself. It never happened. And you know, what made me realize, you know what I'm saying, that I was here for a purpose. In 2007, I was 18. I was in a really bad car accident. I should have died, y'all. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I should have been gone because, like, my lungs collapsed. They were punctured. All my ribs were broken. I was knocked out. Everything. I shouldn't have been here today, but he kept me here, you know what I'm saying? He watched over me. And then yet again, I realized in 2009, I was in yet another car accident. How I got out of my vehicle, I don't know, because my windows weren't broken, nothing. But if I would have stayed in my truck, I would have died, because from my truck flipping, the top of it came in, and it would have hit me in my head. So, being that I went through those, you know, I got to thinking, I'm like, shit, I was trying to take my life. The Lord keeping me here. Why am I here? Like, I still battle with this like anybody else. Like, why am I here? Like, I'm still trying to find my purpose, I guess you could say.
See, my issue, I'm open just a little bit, but when I was in high school, my family was going through a real tough time because of a passing of my auntie, you know what I'm saying? So everybody was on this separation thing. And you know how it is in our community, oh, we don't talk to them, so y'all can't talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. So I started looking for my friends in other places instead of going to where my cousin's house or my uncle's house. I couldn't do that because of what my family was going on. My school was on the east, I was from the west side. So now I'm hanging with a whole different group of people from a whole different side of town who think and operate differently than what I do. And I end up getting into the gang lifestyle. I never thought that I would, you know what I'm saying, lead myself to that, but that's the only people in the only circle where I could go and say or be myself or whatever. I didn't have what I was used to. And that shit carried on from high school, that 10th grade year, to me doing so many other things, you know what I'm saying, to the point where I was on the news. News reporters is knocking on my mother's car window while she's trying to pull out the driveway. They're in her doorway at her house. You know, I'm in county jail with other big time criminals looking at me like, oh, this dude on TV right here. It's him right here behind us. You know what I'm saying? That's when reality set in for me, man. I ain't gonna lie, I did. Period. I was heartless. I was cold-blooded. But when that moment came up, I cried. I broke down because I realized that this shit is real. I was numb for so long. You know what I'm saying? I was like, no, my parents ain't even do it. I was grown. It was too late.
Well, no,
it was too late. I was grown.
Middle school when my mama did it, because I was stealing cars, skipping school, not coming home, sneaking out. And instead of her trying to find the reasoning behind me doing the things that I do, she you know, she tried to have me locked up, but they only gave me community service. But y'all look here, that lady went to put them cuffs on me, I cried like a little bitch.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't break down until the county and sat there and got them indictment papers and I seen that news report. Because when I was in city jail, I was tough, like I don't care. I went to the workhouse, I'm cool, I'm good, this ain't nothing. Then I had to change out of my real clothes, finally, that last process. And you know what I'm saying? I got fingerprint and all this other stuff. And it started sitting in. Like, whoa, this is real.
When that bitch put the cuffs on me, that shit got real. Hell no.
No, I had encountered the law a few times, so that part didn't bother me. But when I realized that I got indictment papers and it said I was facing felony charges and I could do 6-7 years in prison, then I said, whoa. 6-7 years in prison. I don't want to go to prison, but it's like no, you don't want to go, but it's too late. You should have thought about that before you did what you did. But for some reason, I just think that for me, and I'm not saying this for everybody, but that at that moment the justice system actually worked for me. I think they saw that and they was just like, you know what? Do this probation, do this and do that, and I still didn't do that. First day out of jail, they dropped my felony charge to a misdemeanor. Told me go see my probation officer. I went straight to the hood and rolled and smoked the first blunt that was passed to me. I didn't even go see my PO. It took me 3 times to bump my head before I start acting the way that I'm supposed to act. Before I start really being who I really am, I had to snap out of it.
Oh, I got shit to my daddy.
Man, I was at my uncle's house. That didn't mean nothing because once the streets get a hold to you.
It's kind of hard to get out.
It's hard to get out of that. You know what I'm saying? That my people set back. Like, whoa,
I wasn't really in the streets or whatever. I was just, you know what I'm saying? I was just showing out for the attention. So like I was skipping school, stealing cars, not coming home, little stupid shit. I wasn't doing nothing serious. Okay, maybe stealing cars was a little serious, but you know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't who I was. I was doing it for. I had my reasoning behind why I did it. So once all that was said. My daddy. I ain't want none of the problems. You know what I'm saying? But that problem that took place where I was no longer part of the reason why I needed to act up. So I was okay. You know what I'm saying?
Profile picture.
I still kept all my A's and B's or whatever. I never fell off on my grades, but I started showing out. But once I got shit to my daddy, y'all look here. Ain't no more.
I was an angel compared to y'all. Hold on, let me reevaluate my childhood.
The only reason I'm quiet is because I really can't relate, for real. Like I was too afraid of my parents to even try anything. Like so, I really can't relate to any of this. So I'm
I was the same way until the situation that happened took place. And I started showing out to get that attention from my mother. And her attention was elsewhere. And then I realized, hey, if I get in trouble, I get attention from my mom. So it didn't matter that it was the wrong attention. It just mattered that she was giving it to me at that time. So, you know, I was good. Because when I showed my ass, I got that attention from where I was seeking it. You know what I'm saying? Here in the back of my head, so you know I'm around family, so I can you know go back to the me that I was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I went right back to school. You know, straight A's.
Finish doing what you would. You know what I'm saying? Where you picked up.
There was no. You know, I was working. I legit. Y'all,
I don't see you online, mate. Who is the plug?
Once I got shit to my dad. I mean, I didn't need to raise my siblings, but that wasn't my job, but they was never there. So it fell on me because I'm the oldest. So, of course, I'm going to make sure they good. They my siblings.
Yeah.
And
I'm trying to see,
started causing problems with my stepmom. She envied me because they respected me more. So then she started causing problems between me and my daddy. And me and my daddy were arguing. I'm like, as soon as I graduated, y'all, I hit the motherfucking door. I ain't never looked back. 17, I'm on that. Bow. What? You ain't, girl. Look here, I was gone.
Dragon.
And see, I'm the oldest out of my siblings, man. But
me too.
I had to reevaluate myself because, like I said, I had got into this lifestyle of being aggressive and just doing too much. And you know, if my brother or sister would come to me about something, I'd be like, "Hey, man, what? Hey, if a nigga do this or if somebody do this, and every time they see me, I'm doing this and I'm involved in this." And then once I changed, I had to come back on all of that, and I had to be like, "Yo, bro, that's not the way to go. Actually, you know what I'm saying? No, that's not." You know what I'm saying? Sis, no, that's not cool. Lil' cuz, that's not good. No, you know what I'm saying? So that caused me to fall out with some of them because of me trying to, you know what I'm saying, rebuttal and come back and try to redo things. But I went through that and I was cool with that. But you know, I had to stand my ground and man up and be like, listen, little bro, this is what it is. Sis, this is what it is.
Somebody's trying to join the session. I ain't
gonna lie, I went through a very bad aggressive stage because when I was younger, I'm a slim dude, but you know what I'm saying, I'm tall as hell, but I wasn't always tall. So at one point, I was getting jumped, you know what I'm saying, I was getting jumped on, I was fighting all the time, and once I started growing and getting height on me, it was crazy, it was all bad. I was going in, you know what I'm saying, doing the most.
Yeah.
I think I did a lot of mischievous shit. Let me give y'all a little rundown, right? I used to set shit on fire.
Ooh,
I used to I've done it before. It was like, woo, it's this blazing, yay. But then I was scared I was gonna get a but then I was like, damn, I'm gonna get in trouble, so let me get it out. But I got in trouble before I could actually get it out. So like, okay. Then I too was arrested. It was a misdemeanor charge. I ain't about that felony shit. So
can I ask a question?
So the more
you already know the question.
What?
Never mind, I'm gonna wait till you finish.
Okay, so like so it was like yeah. So I had like a couple of bench warrants or whatever. So I had to go to one precinct. I had got bailed out. Praise Jesus, you know. I was like, yes, because I cried my whole time there. Then my hometown had a hold on me, and the officer at the other precinct, that was like, you know, you could go home, right? Because, you know, your hometown don't never come and get nobody. I was like, well, shit, I'm gonna go home, go to sleep, wash my ass and shit. No, they was like, I'm sorry, ma'am, they coming to get you. I said, the fuck? So I was in that precinct for like a day, and then I had to spend like a weekend and a day in my hometown. And then when I got there, shit was weird. They treat the female prisoners like shit. They don't, like, if you on your psych and shit, they don't give you the necessary, you know, the necessary stuff that you need. It's like, it's just hell. I took a vow to myself.
It is jail as hell though. Okay.
I took a vow to myself.
It'll make you a break you, man.
Facts. I took a vow to myself that I would never get back in trouble, but after that, I kept getting in trouble with the law. So I'm like, what the fuck? It was for like minor shit though. So I'm like, okay, let me go and pay these folks off so I ain't gotta see nothing and see this place no more. And I was on probation. I had to do 2 years for all it. So I was like, okay, I'm so glad when these folks get off my back. Then that was it. Then I used to get in trouble in school. Detention was my best friend. That's basically it. I never had in-school suspension. It was always detention. Detention was my second home, bro. But I've never had it where, and praise Jesus, I had to go to like a district judge or whatever for the felony shit. I don't never want that on me. Yeah. Cause that shit is, my folks had to go through that, and I'm like, nah, buddy, I'm good.
Man, that shit ain't no joke when you sitting up there, man. The judge first tell me, okay, you're buying $5,000. I'm like, okay, with a 10%, so you're gonna need a couple $100. Boom. My family like, yeah, we gonna get you out, but they really was gonna get me out because they wanted me to learn my lesson. Then I went back in front of that judge once the indictment came through, and they said, oh yeah, you've been indicted. We found more than enough evidence to indict you, Mr. Williams. Your bond is now $50,000 without a 10%. So I'm like, oh man, what the
So it was
fuck?
straight cash.
My people ain't got $50,000. Yeah, straight cash. My people ain't got $50,000 to be throwing towards a bond. I'm like, oh, it's over with. That's when it settled in on me. It's over with. Oh, I ain't getting out of this. It's over with. I was caught red-handed too. Just to let y'all know, my first charge, I was charged with aggravated robbery. So yeah, I'm like, fuck, it's over with for me, man. Damn. Yeah, I broke down in tears. I was fucked up. Second time I got locked up, probation violation and receiving stolen property. You know what I'm saying? I got 7 stitches put under my chin and on my back. They almost hit my jugular vein. I got hit by a police car out there being wild. Yeah, about to get into something. And what's crazy is the universe works in mysterious ways, because if that would have never happened with the police, I probably would have been in jail for life. Because of a party that we was trying to head to and people we was beefing with and the mentality that I had at the time. You feel me? So,
Next
man,
invite
third time I got locked up, drug trafficking. You know what I'm saying? But that was it. I was with my cousin. This is what woke me up. I was with my cousin, my little cousin. My auntie asked me to keep her eye on her real quick. I'm up here trying to hit a lick. It ended up being the undercover. Boom, we get busted. So that wasn't really a big deal for me, but when I turned to look at my cousin and seeing the look on her face, You know, it's not my niggas behind me like, oh, nigga, we gonna get you out. Or who is this? My family, and it's a look of true care and concern. That was reality for me. I was zoned in like, yo, my cousin about to see me go to jail. Not for protecting her, not for protecting my family or my own life, but just from being. Every time I got in trouble, I ran. I just stood there. I'm like, I need to stop this. I'm about to go and do this time because I know I'm about to get some time because I was in front of the same judge 3 years in a row. He like, yo, Mr. Williams, what's going on? I put you on probation. You to go see your PO officer. It's a year later, man. He said, listen, go see your PO, man, and stay out of trouble. My PO like, Mr. Williams, stop dropping dirty urine. You know what? You can smoke, just don't get in trouble. I still catch another case. I had the same judge.
So you really ain't give no fucks at all, though.
I didn't give no fucks. I told you when they let me out, I went straight to the hood. My nigga hooked me up with some bud. I'm at the spot kicking it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm back to doing me. Didn't even go see my PO. Didn't even attempt to even walk that way. I went straight back to the hood. Like, fuck the police. Like, literally, that was my mentality.
Yeah, I know.
But that last time I sat down for like almost a whole year, and birthday passed, holidays, seasons changed. I changed.
Yeah, that jail should have changed you in a heartbeat. And then it's either jail or watching somebody pass away that you was close to. That shit shakes you so bad. So I'm not gonna touch that subject. But yeah, I ain't gonna touch that. So the other scariest thing is being in a high-speed chase with the police. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a story. I was with my homegirls at the time. We was in high school still. I ain't know that we was going to pick up this girl so she could go fight these other girls, right? And so we get to the first girl house. We get her. We over there. We just shooting the shit in the car. Like, they telling what they gonna do. They talking about this, that, and the third. So I was like, okay, I'm over here laughing my naive, gullible ass. So we get to the girl's house that she was finna fight. Excuse me, I was finna call her bitch. This girl had like a weapon on her, right? So she had a weapon, and the girls in the house had like bats and shit. So they came out finna swing on her. So I was like, man, y'all ain't gonna help y'all homegirl fight or nothing? I was like, fuck no. I was like, so alright. I was like, what kind of shit is this? Only one girl was ready to help her fight. But long story short, the neighbors across the street called the police. The police pulled up. Y'all know, like in the movies, they do like a little V. Like when they trying to corner you in, they hit that V shit. Okay, so now my homegirl irked out on them. She irked out, and they hit the lights. We was on a high-speed chase for a good 30 minutes to an hour. I said, gal, if I don't make it because they gonna shoot, I'm gonna beat y'all ass in heaven, you know? So I was scared. So I was trying to make light of the situation, but after they pulled us over, whatever, they was like, how old are y'all? Everybody was like, we was between 16 to 17. They was like, y'all minors, what the hell is y'all doing? So they told them or whatever. They was like, I would never want to see y'all in these streets again. Take y'all asses home. I was like, yes sir, Mr. Officer. And that was the journey of my crime days. You know, that's all the stories I got.
Man, I wish I would have got that, man. I never got that, man. Ever.
No. It was kind of good that my folks was...
I never got arrested, so I don't even know how handcuffs feel except for
they feel awesome. Let me tell you something.
No, they don't.
Okay. So this
they put them bitches on tight as possible. Cut your circulation.
I was just not comfortable. So the second time I was in the police car, y'all, I went to my cousin's house. I had just got off work. I pulled up over there for some drinking stuff. Well, the old man that was next door, he was an asshole, y'all. This motherfucker here, he done tried to shoot us. He tried to have his dog attack, all kinds of stuff. But because he was a Mason, they ain't pay him no mind. They ain't pay our calls no mind. He done shot through the neighbor's house and everything with kids in the house. But anywho, so I'm over there. Our little homeboy, he come get in the car with me. So, you know, we sit there because this motherfucker calls the police. the police pull up and corner my truck in. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm sitting here. We got weed in here, all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't about to smoke. So, police pull up, bam, get out the vehicle. I'm like, the fuck? I was like, what's going on? I'm at my aunt's house. Well, we had a call that y'all out here dealing drugs? What? What is you talking about? I'm like, well, I just got off work and pulled up over here to meet my cousin. She said to wait here for her. That's it.
Oh my gosh.
So y'all, these motherfuckers going stupid. They tearing my truck apart. They looking for whatever. So they find a little baggie of weed or whatever. But they also, y'all get this shit here. Y'all know how y'all go to get y'all checkup and they give you a bag of condoms. Well, I had just had my checkup, so there was a bag of condoms in my glove compartment. So these motherfuckers trying to say solicited sex to a minor, crack, all kinds of stuff. I'm like, oh, so they done put me in the back of the police. Y'all, my wrist had bruises around from the damn
but they was that tight.
Yeah, they always put them that tight so you can't get out.
Police handcuffs, when you move, they get tighter.
And that's why I fucked up. I was in the back seat going off. I'm jerking myself. I'm cussing, yelling, crying. And my cousin pulled up. Now my cousin, she got a warrant on her. So this shit was so funny. So she walks up. She runs up, y'all, right? I'm in the back seat of the car calling her name. I'm Trina, get me out of here. She looking at me like, bitch, stop calling my fucking name. The officer said, man, what's your name? This bitch said my name is Latrine, bruh. Y'all, I fell out in the back of the car. So the little homeboy, now mind you, I was in the military at the time. I was leaving for the military as well. So I'm not about to do nothing to fuck that up. So, my little homeboy, he took the little weed charge. It wasn't nothing serious. So he took the little weed charge. He was like, nah, that's mine, yada, yada, yada. He was out the same night. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing serious. So the officer, the white officer rather, hate to say it, like, he was being a dick to me. Like a huge dick. Talking about, oh, so you out here trying to fuck minors, you selling ass that. I'm like, the fuck is you talking? I'm like, dude, I'm going into the military.
He said that?
Yes, he was rude, and that's when the black officer stepped in, and he was just like, yo, calm, move, I got this. So he come over there talking to me. He got my ID and everything. He was like, oh, I see you going. I'm like, yes, sir. I'm like, I'm not out here. I was just waiting on my cousin, and this fucktard across the street. I guess I did say that. I caught myself after that. Like, look, stay out of trouble, man. We ain't find nothing on you. It's false accusation. I say, so y'all ain't gonna lock him up for false? I mean, he just kind of shook it. Then he took them handcuffs out. Y'all, I was so pissed off. Drunk a whole goddamn bottle of Patron that damn night, y'all. I thought I was going down. I ain't even do nothing.
He was worried in the motherfucker.
Yeah, boy, you should have seen me. I looked like a wild woman in the back of that damn police cruiser. I was hitting the doors. I was kicking the seats, trying to kick the little middle part out.
I'm a tall nigga, so I be sitting in that bitch sideways. Nigga,
man, y'all know I'm fluffy. That back seat be snug to the motherfucker.
So I'm a bitch, so I fit in the back of that bitch perfectly. So I was back there showing my ass. So my cousin, she came to me after they left. She was like, what the fuck happened? I looked at her, I say, Latrine Burr. She's, bitch, I got warrants. Yeah, I'm in the back seat of the police car. Trina, get me out of here.
I'm weak.
Wow.
But okay, since we're talking about the police or whatever, this might be a little too soon. Have y'all heard about the new update in the Sandra Bland case?
Oh yeah, I posted it on
No.
They like, it's a video off her phone that she recorded the whole incident, and they just now releasing it to the public. So now they're trying to get it. They trying to get the case reopened. It was from her perspective. That video was eerie as hell. She got it while he was talking to her he was yelling at her, you know, like the stuff that they said. And then I forgot what he actually said to her, but I could also see in the video when I find it.
Send me that, man.
But it was eerie as hell. Like, all she was trying to do was go to her interview, but you want to pull her over for a bogus seatbelt violation.
No, she was targeted.
Yes, she was.
That was intentional.
The crazy thing about that is, like, they teach us when you're in trouble, call the police, right? But being that we're black, you know what I'm saying? How am I, because I have kids, so how am I supposed to tell my kids and feel okay if you in trouble, call the police? When in all honesty,
you might end up dead.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly what has happened so many times. Exactly. Like, they will call the police and end up like something drastic happening, like someone end up being dead, and that it wasn't even all that serious for it to get that far. So,
man, I forgot her name, man, but
black people can't even trust the police for real no more. Like, don't call the police, like, unless it's seriously an emergency.
Call mama, because mama gonna pull up, mama gonna fight kids. I don't give two fucks.
Especially if it's a young black boy or a black man is involved, don't call the police at all for whatever reason.
Exactly, because that's gonna take another black man's life. That's all that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I don't teach my son, my kids, or don't call them. Call mama.
Yeah, because I developed a dislike for the police at a young age too. Because before I jumped off the porch and got to doing all of that, I used to just, you know, I was just a normal kid, and the area we stayed in was drug infested very heavily. You know what I'm saying? So me and my homeboys, you know, we would kick it in front of the spot, but we wasn't doing anything. We would leave from the recreation center, kicking in front of the spot where our family stayed at, and then, you know, at the end of the night, everybody go their separate ways. But the police continuously harassed us all the time. I'm talking about searching our boxers, looking in our drawers, taking our shoes apart. You know, niggas used to be in the J's and all that. They taking your souls out, all of this. And I'm like, yo, none of us selling drugs. None of us doing anything. They did not want to hear that. I'm talking about they was going ham. So that made me rebel against the law right here, just at a young age already. I'm like, yo, fuck the police.
Yeah,
like,
that's just like
they out of control.
Me and my cousin, we was at my cousin's house, and both me and my cousin at the same time, both of us was pregnant. So a baby girl at the time. Her baby father came to the house, and he laid hands on her and was hitting on her. And of course, me and my cousin, I jumped in too. But he knew not to put his hands on me because of my ex-husband. He knew my ex-husband would have took his head off. So, ended up, don't y'all know the police put us out the house with the kids?
Wow.
Like, really? Like, this is my cousin's house. You gonna put us out with children, and we're both pregnant. You putting us out the house? Come on, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, what was that one light-skinned chick name that was getting harassed by the police? I believe she was in Baltimore somewhere.
You talking about Korean?
With the kid?
Korean Gaines or something like that?
Yeah, say it again.
Korean Gaines. I think that's her name.
Korean Gaines. Yeah, man. I was following her on Instagram during that whole process, bro. And that's another case that needs to be reopened and reevaluated. Because those police talking about she was in a standoff with them because her and her husband had got into it, or whatever the case may be. But when she pulled out all of that evidence on her Instagram page, how they had been harassing her, how they had been giving her a hard time, even at the Justice Center when she was trying to get her paperwork so she could show up to these court dates.
Yeah.
You know, trying to be civilized, they was just being totally, like, difficult with her. I swear to God, like, it was crazy. And for them to go in and shoot at her like that, and her son gave his story. Said as soon as they came in, they shot. They said that she was standing at the front door like she was waving a shotgun in one hand and got her baby in the other hand.
But
and I'm thinking in my
go
head,
inside a house and kill
a
resident of the house, like, you wrong, like.
And then her son got shot in the process. As soon as he moved, they shot him.
Like, it's not right.
What about
Nobody should be above the law.
What about the guy that was killed by the police officer that assumed that he broke into her apartment. Mind you, they stayed in the same apartment complex. How you not know?
I think that was a love affair gone wrong.
You think so? He was sleeping with the police?
I think he probably had an affair with her and probably didn't really want to mess with her, or he probably had something else going on, and maybe she found it at the last minute. Because that's not a mistake that you walked up
the party
to
is
a house.
Full. Shut up, Kobe.
First of all, you had a whole. This dude got a whole welcome mat. You don't have a welcome mat. You know what I'm saying? So how did you think this was your house? Period. And then you talking about I walk in and he was in his boxers.
Cause he was at home.
Far as we know, he could be waiting on you.
Fact.
But he's at home. That's just like me at home. Shit, if my kids ain't here, I ain't got no motherfucking.
I ain't talking about waiting on her as in to hurt her. I'm talking about like they could have been scheduled to meet up that night. I think they had something going on. And I think they had something going on. Because that made no sense at all. That made no sense. Even if you did think that somebody broke in your house, you're a police officer and you pull out your flashlight and your gun and he just standing there with his boxers on. You know what I mean? I need backup immediately. Put your hands up. You know what I'm saying? But just to, somebody in here, he in his boxers, I'm going to gun him down.
To that when it's white people. Because just like the white guy that killed all the people in the church, they easily took him down and handcuffed him.
Arrested
him. It took him to Burger King.
Exactly. Arrested him. To get food. Like,
they took him to get food.
Yes.
So, took him to Burger King.
That is true.
Took him to Burger King, bro.
They got him cigarettes and all of that.
Exactly.
But by law, they supposed to ask you if you want coffee and a cigarette. But all that extra food shit, no.
Yeah. They even put a bulletproof vest on him as he was walking out the building.
Yeah.
Had to go into the police car.
How did they take that vest off that dude, man?
Exactly.
He just went and sat with people during service. He premeditated. He had time to change his mind.
But
and y'all let this go.
When it's the white people, they always holler.
But he got the death penalty though.
Just like the Joker dude that went into the movie theaters with tear gas and all this other military equipment, just tactical equipment. And during the Batman premiere.
But what we're saying is, if he was black, he would have been shot on the spot. They don't.
He would have got the death penalty right there. He would have got judged and tried right there in the streets.
For us blacks, they don't try to take us. They resort to shooting this shit.
Just like Eric Gardner when he was made all these people rest in peace though. Just like when Eric Gardner was selling CDs in front of the store. And the
new cigarettes.
It was cigarettes. Okay, well, and then the establishment owner knew him, and he was like he wasn't doing no harm, but somebody allegedly called and said that it was a disturbance or something, so they chokehold him to death. Like, what the hell? What's happening? If the man told you he wasn't doing nothing,
God, he's like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. You can hear the shortness of his breath when he tells you, I can't breathe. That means get him up. Hurry up, get him up. Put the cuffs on him and hurry up and get him up. It's a big guy right here, man.
Here for this conversation. I can't breathe, nigga. Shit.
Hands up, I can't. What was it? Hands up, I can't breathe.
Don't do it.